What's up, Star Wars fans? Welcome back to another episode of the TK423 podcast, where we are going to be talking about an article that has been circulating throughout the internet, picking up a lot of heat, and that article pertains to Kathleen Kennedy telling Star Wars fans to move on from George Lucas and all of his stories, and that they have been told, and it is time to look on to the bright new horizons that Rey's new Jedi Order movie will show us. So, yikes. Let's get into this.
So what I told you was true, from a certain point of view.
So, right off the bat, I kind of get the sense that this is catered towards the scrutiny that Leslie Headland is facing. Okay. And I feel like Kathleen Kennedy trying to swoop in and save the day for Leslie after she butchered George Lucas and butchered the prequels and how they were made and how they were presented as Star Wars is a bold move. It's a bold move, Cotton. See if it pays off. Probably won't. And so you look at this and you think, okay, let's break this down, right? Kathleen Kennedy wants to phase out George Lucas. His creativeness, his ideas, everything. She wants it to be the Kathleen Kennedy show for Star Wars, for Disney Star Wars. Okay? She wants to make new characters, make new beginnings, so on and so forth. So riddle me this. Why would you do that with a Skywalker? Now granted, half of the fandom is standing by that Rey is a Palpatine. Half the fandom is riding the Rey Skywalker high horse. Okay? Rey is only a Skywalker because of terrible writing. Okay? In 3 movies that were not so hot. Okay? And the fact that you want to start a new beginning, phase out George Lucas and start a new beginning with a character that is directly tied to Lucas's main story that he has been clinging on to this entire time, which is the Skywalker saga, it makes zero sense. If you want to make a new beginning, Kathleen Kennedy, make a new character. Give him or her backstory. Give her something to fight for. Okay? Give her a proper lineage. Right? You can't go from a Palpatine to a Skywalker. You just can't. She didn't get married to a Skywalker. Okay? So she didn't get adopted by a Skywalker. A Force Ghost nodding to her does not make her a Skywalker. It doesn't. So the fact that you're trying to start this new beginning with a Skywalker, it's funny. It's funny because it doesn't make any sense, right? And I don't understand why you don't just use someone like Grogu to make the new Jedi Order, right? Grogu has theoretically more training than Rey. Okay? Trained at Coruscant with a ton of other Jedi. Okay? Trained with Luke, according to Jon Favreau, for 2 years. Okay? That's more training than Rey ever had. Right? Grogu has more force powers than Rey could ever hope to have. Okay? Because Yoda's species is very, very, very strong in the force. Highest midichlorian count, other than yours truly, Anakin Skywalker, who is made of the Force, basically. So, to start a new beginning, to start new characters, you're having to use an old beat up character in Rey who has zero character progression, zero character depth. The backstory is horrible, and her lineage makes zero sense. But hey, let's start a new Jedi Order with her. Phase out George Lucas. We don't need him anymore. We don't need his ideas. His story has been told. We're moving on. It makes zero sense. So, and it's not going to matter what superstars you bring on. You saw what happened in The Mandalorian Season 3 when all these cameos came on. Lizzo, Jack Black, and it made zero sense. Nobody cared. Okay, nobody cared about it. Like in terms of like it was just pointless. Okay, so bringing hotshot actors or actresses into this new beginning. From recent reports, Idris Elba, potentially a rumor for a villain or the main villain of Rey's new movie. Sure, it'd be cool to see Idris Elba in Star Wars, but not in that context. Okay, not in that context. And I just feel like this is Disney's way of saying, "Hey, George, you had a good run, but this is our show now, and we're going to drive your content down to the dirt." Because they already did. I mean, Force Awakens, they killed Han Solo. The Last Jedi, they killed Luke. And then The Rise of Skywalker, they killed Leia. Tell me that ain't a pattern. Okay? Tell me that's not a pattern for trying to phase out George Lucas. This has been Kathleen Kennedy's plan all along. And people have been blind to it. Okay? They give these movies good visuals, and they give them, good nostalgia, callbacks, funny moments, right? But at the same time, they're killing your original top 3 characters of the whole saga. They are butchering current characters, and they ended the trilogy with killing off the one character you actually did good at. You actually wrote out a proper backstory, gave proper character progression, proper depth. You gave him a redemption, and that's Ben Solo, Kylo Ren. And you killed him at the end, even though he had more Skywalker blood in him than Rey Skywalker ever had or ever could hope to have. Okay? And that's the cold, hard facts. It is. And so, if you would have done it in this way, to where you had Kylo Ren, Ben Solo, be redeemed and start a new Jedi Order, that would be something to actually look forward to, okay? But when you have a character like Rey starting a Jedi Order, it's like, that just doesn't fit well. Like, I mean, you look back at the people who started a Jedi Order, Yoda, Luke. I mean, those are just two that come off the top of my head. And Rey doesn't touch neither of them. Period. At all. Like, at all. Not even in the same universe. In the same existence. Okay? And so, and that makes this very clear too. It's nothing against Daisy Ridley. I love Daisy Ridley as an actress. I love her as a person. She's sweet. She's innocent in this regard because it's not her fault that her character was developed poorly. Okay? But I want you to really let the idea sink in of what if it was Ben Solo or Ben Solo, keep calling him Kylo Ren, he was redeemed as Ben Solo, he died as Ben Solo. If Ben Solo came back and started a new Jedi Order, how much sense that would actually make? How much more it would make Star Wars fans look forward to? Rey sacrificing herself at the end of Rise of Skywalker and leaving it at that. And then Kylo Ren being the one to go and see Luke's Force Ghost, Leia's Force Ghost, his mother, which would have made 10 times more sense. It would have made everything more emotional. It would have made the twin sons more emotional. Okay? it would have been perfect. But you fumbled. Okay? And so now this article, personally, I don't think it'll happen. I think, you're going to get the Acolyte, and I think the Acolyte is going to crash and burn. And I think the Ahsoka show will do good. I'm undecided about Skeleton Crew. I feel like it's a very safe play, a safe show to air, right? Hopefully they don't, ruin anything else for that, because it seems like it could be good, right? And then you have the Dawn of the Jedi movie coming up, which is the first of the 3 of the new movies, then the Mandoverse movie, and then the Rey movie. Okay? So, Disney, you got your hands full. You do. Kathleen Kennedy, you got your hands full. You do. But you sure you want to phase out George Lucas? You sure about that? I wouldn't. But that's just my personal opinion. Will it actually happen? I'm not sure. We could just take this article with a grain of salt. But at the end of the day, this new idea of a new horizon, I feel like could have been a lot better with Kylo Ren or Ben Solo at the helm instead of Rey, because he's just a better character at the end of the day. So that does it. Let me know what you think with your comments below, and like and subscribe. And I look forward to making more and more Star Wars content for my lovely Star Wars fans all across the world. And without further ado, may the Force be with you.